I'm telling you, it's called the Traci.
We just kept flying back and forth this year. We took turns with different things, and everyone had their own role in being there for her. We laughed a lot with her. We cried a lot with her.
Traci Braxton, the singer, actress, TV, and radio personality who appeared in all 7 seasons of the popular series Braxton Family Values, has died after a battle with esophageal cancer.
The drama within the Braxton family just reached a new level as Kevin Jr., the son of the late Traci Braxton, has come forward to confront his aunts, the Braxton sisters, accusing them of taking advantage of his mother's passing. According to Kevin Jr., Traci made it explicitly clear in her will that he was to have full control over her estate to prevent any interference from her sisters, who she allegedly felt had a history of greed. Traci's will named Kevin Jr. as the sole personal representative of her estate. This role gave him the authority to oversee all aspects of her affairs, including covering her funeral expenses, managing debts tied to her illness, and making the final decisions about her funeral arrangements. Traci's specific wishes included having just one viewing, being cremated, and keeping the funeral intimate. She also instructed that organizations like Zeta Beta Sorority and the Order of the Eastern Star, which she was once associated with, should not be involved in the ceremonies.
We run it every day. I don't. Hello?
When we stayed together at her house.
But here's where it gets interesting. The will also states that Kevin Jr. would take over Traci's brand and likeness when he's ready. He was essentially being set up to manage everything Traci built. And while Kevin Sr., Traci's husband, did receive certain assets like some bank accounts and a diamond ring, the majority of her estate was left to Kevin Jr. This is where the speculation comes in. People are saying that Traci purposely left Kevin Jr. in charge instead of Kevin Sr. because she knew her husband had cheated and possibly gave her the HPV that led to her throat cancer. She might have known exactly what she was doing when she made sure most of the assets went to Kevin Jr. instead. Now you've got to be wondering, why didn't Traci leave any of her sisters in charge? Well, allegedly, she didn't trust them because they treated her poorly. Traci wasn't just some side character in the Braxton family. She had her own struggles, and people are saying that the other sisters treated her like an outcast. Fans are pointing out how, when Braxton Family Values premiered, it was clear that the family barely knew Traci and frankly didn't seem to care much about her. You remember the time when the sisters visited Traci, and instead of supporting her, they were nitpicking about the food she made for them? Yeah, that was just one of the many times Traci was treated badly by her own sisters.
Well, I learned from the best.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because she want to make sure her child is doing it right. She should be.
She's 7.
She should be.
And honestly, is it any surprise that she didn't leave them in charge of her estate? It's probably exactly why Kevin Jr. had to step up. He's the only one who genuinely seems to care about his mother's legacy. To be real, this whole situation paints a picture of Traci being the outcast, always overlooked and mistreated by the family. So it makes perfect sense that Kevin Jr. took charge and left the rest of them in the dust. But it doesn't stop there. Kevin Jr. has been going through it since Traci's passing. He wasn't just dealing with the loss of his mother, he was also navigating a divorce from his wife, Olivia Haran, just as everything else was spiraling. In the very first episode of the new show, Kevin Jr. shared that everything was too much for him to handle. The grief, the divorce, the stress, it was all piling on top of him, and it wasn't easy to keep it together.
One thing I've been trying to do is just keep good friends and family around me to help uplift me. So that's been my number one thing. And I'm also, doing my own kind of therapy too. So to help me, my day-to-day.
Then, during a different scene, Trina, one of the Braxton sisters, opened up to her husband, Von Scales, about the strained relationship between Big Kev, Kevin Sr., and Little Kev, Kevin Jr., admitting that they hadn't been speaking as much as she thought they would during their time of grief. If that wasn't enough to stir things up, more drama surfaced in episode 7 when Tamar appeared to believe that Kevin Jr. might have been talking to the police. Apparently, Tawanda, another sister, received a tip that Kevin Jr. had a warrant for his arrest and that someone close to him might have set him up. Clearly, the drama between the Braxtons wasn't just about money, It was deeply personal, and the drama didn't stop there. In a shocking moment from the show, after filming a grief counseling session, Kevin Jr. went on a lunch break. However, when the production crew went to check on him, they found him unresponsive on the floor. Can you imagine? The production team had to rush to find Tawanda, who immediately came in to check on him and ensure he was okay. It was a terrifying moment that highlighted just how hard things have been for Kevin Jr. since his mother's passing. The Braxton family drama only got more intense after Kevin Jr.'s health scare. The showrunner later confirmed that Kevin Jr. had experienced a seizure and was in distress. It was a chaotic situation, and they didn't know if he would be okay. The team scrambled to find his medication to stabilize him. According to Tawanda, Kevin Jr.'s wife, Olivia Heron, was the one who informed her about the seizure. Apparently, it all started after Traci's passing, and the grief was clearly taking a heavy toll on Kevin Jr.
Me no. You told me no. You told me no. You told me no. You told me no.
But just when you think the drama is settling down, new footage starts making its rounds. Kevin Jr. and Kevin Sr. were caught on camera having a heated argument, and it sounded like Kevin Sr. was giving his son a verbal lashing. There's no clear context to what's happening in the video, but you can hear Kevin Jr. repeatedly saying, "You told me no," while Kevin Sr. accuses him of being a liar and even blames him for Traci's cancer. The back and forth was intense, with Kevin Sr. hurling accusations of dishonesty at his son. This exchange only added more fuel to the fire, with many speculating that the tension between Kevin Jr. and Kevin Sr. was exacerbated by the fact that Traci had left her son in charge of everything, especially her estate.
And that's the other thing, right? Like, we all go through it. Parents go through, parents and kids go through certain things, everything's not perfect all the time,
But that's not all. Kevin Sr. also stepped forward, revealing even more family tension. He made some serious claims about how Traci's family has treated him since her passing. According to Kevin Sr., the Braxton sisters have been disrespecting him and capitalizing on Traci's death. When it came time to plan the funeral, Kevin Sr. said that the sisters were upset with him for orchestrating the service because they claimed it went against Traci's wishes. The main issue? Traci had specifically requested to be immediately cremated, with no funeral or wake. Yet, Kevin Sr. moved forward with a viewing and a memorial, sparking a major conflict with the Braxton family.
Just a video that's been circulating on social media. It's showing a disagreement between my son and I. Unfortunately, this video was recorded by someone with intent on gaining notoriety and defaming my character.
It's clear that the funeral situation was a major point of contention. Kevin Sr. explained that Traci's father was initially denied access to the funeral because his name wasn't on the list. The situation escalated to the point where Traci's father had to sit in the fourth row and wasn't allowed to speak or say anything about his daughter. This only added to the growing resentment within the family, especially when Kevin Sr. accused the sisters of making him out to be a deadbeat husband in the media. According to him, Traci wanted a memorial service and viewing, and it wasn't just him pushing for it. It was part of her plan, organized in collaboration with her management team and PR. Kevin Sr. also clarified Traci's wishes for her final moments. Despite the accusations from her family, he insisted that Traci's father and brother were indeed invited to the funeral, even though they didn't initially attend. He claimed they were not excluded, but that the sisters and their mother chose not to show up, leaving him to shoulder the backlash. As the drama continues to unfold, Kevin Sr. emphasized that Traci had always wanted her loved ones to come together to celebrate her life. However, it seemed like the Braxtons couldn't even unite in her death. Reflecting on his relationship with Traci, Kevin Sr. made it clear that he stood by her through everything. "I was with my wife more than anybody in this world. I know my wife," he said, recounting how their conversations shifted to serious matters, like funeral plans, after her cancer diagnosis. Despite the challenges, he claimed he never stopped fighting for her, attending every doctor's appointment and leaning on each other through it all. Now, after Traci's passing, Kevin Sr. feels unfairly painted as a neglectful husband. The Braxton sisters had already aired their issues with him publicly, even disrespecting him on their show. In one episode, Traci called Tawanda a snake and accused Tawanda's partner of meddling by trying to resolve family issues in Napa Valley. Tamar also publicly criticized Kevin Sr.'s criminal record while he was trying to defend Traci. The tension between Kevin Sr. and the Braxton family has left many feeling uneasy, especially since Traci and Kevin Sr. had been married for years. It struck some as odd that the family seemed to exclude him while navigating their grief. And just like that, the Braxton family drama continues to unfold with even more twists and turns. From the shocking disputes over Traci's estate to Kevin Jr.'s ongoing struggles with grief, it's clear the Braxton family is far from finding peace. Leave your thoughts in the comments below.